showing San Fran and Seattle. Now you gotta use your team playbook. Unless your coach got fired, then you'll use whatever one he told you. Yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First play, Watson to the air. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those...
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. The Eagles, it's 7-3 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Hurts. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Madden. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Watson now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Fights through and now a crease. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second down, here's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And inside the tray before he's brought down. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's brought down. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring more attention to him as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Against a team coming up a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air yet again, Watson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 4th down, Watson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Yeah, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Strong is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Strong again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Strong. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Round 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flushed out right. And he fends him off. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Going quickly out to the right side. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's third and blitz coming, and down he goes. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Hurts. And his pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Siaki Ika in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick slant to Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go on 4th. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. The quick slant caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't sprint. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 30. Elliott good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
73.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And Goddard Touchdown, Eagles. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
You ain't going nowhere.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. You know, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down, Cleveland.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Browns.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your warm-up material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. Goes right back to Smith again. He's got room at the 30. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jamar Chase. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to claw one back. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. A give running right is Gainwell. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run right here with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 73.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This one out quickly to Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 30 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, We haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they work this out past the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give them credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because
and Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. He may go. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And fighting down inside the 20. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
Watson.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
is caught, and they can't bring him down. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 35 yards. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. There he goes, right side. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic.
Touchdown, Browns! Jamar Chase with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's got a man. Complete. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. 95 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Watson on first down. That one caught by Felton. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Browns on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is third down and 12. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 30 yards. And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he returns this to the 22. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A give running right is Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 73 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give up the middle to Strong. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their